And it's not a proper drain, it's just 2 shovels of dirt out of there and a bunch of pebbles chucked in and a bit of sand on top of it. But it does let me soak away a little bit of water if I need to. And I found these big Garland Titan containers, and I thought it'd be fantastic to have one of those as a sink in the corner of my greenhouse. It lets me wash media and wash roots and things like that. Just a convenient place for watering anything like that. So I want to put a drain in there so it can drain away properly, but obviously with the very limited drainage that I've got there, I can't take any solid waste down there at all. And since my intention is to wash mud at that point, I'm going to need to install some form of filtering there that's easy to change and easy to remove solid waste before it gets to the drain. And my other issue is, because that's a limited soakaway drain, that can hold up to 65 litres of water. If I pull the plug on 65 litres of water, it's not all going to be able to go down the drain in one go. So I'm going to have to restrict the rate at which things can drain out of there to the rate at which that drain can soak up the water. So I bought this waste drainer, which was £8 from Screwfix. We now have a 69mm hole, which seems to fit our sink drain perfectly. That's a pretty good fit now. Gonna tidy up the rough edges. We have a totally flat bottom on here, so our rubber gasket will sit on this side, and as long as that seals tight, then we're not going to get any leaks no matter what's going on the top. That looks about spot on, bang on, perfect. 44mm hole apparently I need. Hey everyone, watch me drill holes in plastic. Right about here. Like I'm torturing geese. Big thing. That looks like a beautiful seal round there. Must have been made like that. Those 3 circles there are where the drain's going to sit. Okay, so we've got a hole for our drain cut, and now sits nicely in there. I'll give it a try. I've got a little water in there, and we seem to be all leak free down there. We're not getting any water at all getting past that O-ring seal on there. Okay folks, well I admit I am kind of playing around at this point. I rehomed some tile spacers, and I've made a rudimentary little swirl filter to have a play with. I'm just wondering if the fact that it's airtight is going to prevent the swirl filter from getting overloaded. I'm hoping it is, and I'm hoping there's going to be airspace at the top all the time. And I'm going to find out any second now, because it's time to pull the plug out and see what happens. Okay, and away she goes, and it's certainly swirling there. None of this is blue, so there's a few leaks. And yes, look at that, we are keeping air in the top the whole time. Superb. So that does limit the flow rate out of the sink. In the top of the neck I've stuck a bit of pan scourer because I really want nothing to get through here, and this will give somewhere for debris to collect. I'm going to give this a serious test now and see how much rubbish we can collect inside it. I'm going to give these pots a wash. So hopefully make sure that all the bits of root and everything out of these, all of this stuff, we want to make sure none of it ends up down the drain. Well, the concept's certainly a success, and I mean there's an incredible amount of crap in there and pretty much nothing in the bucket whatsoever. But we do have a very limited flow rate, unsurprisingly, caused by the filter pad, which got locked up very quickly and restricted everything to a trickle. So this is just a 40 to 22 reducer, but with this bit of pan scourer with a staple there, will make quite a nice little filter element. These tank connectors that I've got don't actually take 20mm pipe on both sides, so what I've been doing with these is just heating them up with a blowtorch, and then I found a 19mm ring spanner, shrinks them down to exactly the right size. Because it's got a nice bevel on the edge of the spanner, it makes it very easy to get the plastic in there, and then it's the right size to fit inside. So we get our water comes in here, and that gives it a bit of a swirl, and then the swirl will help get the debris remaining at the bottom, but where it fails we've just got a scouring pad as a filter in the middle, and then when that's got the lid on it, that forms a sealed chamber. Will then be restricting the flow rate out of the drain to the amount of water that can exit this chamber and no more. I don't care how long it takes the sink to drain ultimately, I care about not overloading the drain in the floor and flooding the greenhouse. The bigger filter certainly seems to have helped with the flow rate, which is no surprise. So yeah, that just drains nicely now and doesn't seem to overflow the drain. I suppose I should actually try a flood test with that. Let's do it. I've got a lot of water in there. The filter's totally clear at the moment, so there's nothing to slow it down, and it's all going to go out the drain, and hopefully the lid's going to stay on that. Ching, as if by magic, a brick appears. Here goes. And so far so good. Looking good down the drain. Our bucket there has a little bit of airspace at the top, you can see where it goes. All drained away. Looking pretty good to me, and you can see we've got a good swirl going around there as well, which helps keep the filter in the middle clear. Well, I'm very happy with that. Woohoo! That's yeah, sink sorted. Excellent. Thanks for watching, folks.